I'm Sadiki Bakari.
Hmm.
I'm a researcher, a scholar, an author, an empowerment specialist as well. I'm an artist as well. I do deal with topics such as transhumanism, and transhumanism is a very interesting topic. Um, First and foremost, what is transhumanism? A simple definition. Transhumanism is simply the blending and merging of man and machine. Now, when we say man and machine, that can mean many different things. That doesn't just mean man interfacing with robotic parts, so to speak, or becoming a cybernetic organism or an android or something of that nature.
Hmm.
When I say transhumanism, it is also referring to that interfacing with other aspects of technology. When a person is watching television, that is a transhumanist interaction or experience. When a person is on their computer, that is a transhumanist experience or interaction. When a person is on their digital phone, that is a transhumanist type of experience or interaction. When a person is dealing with any form or aspect of virtual reality, that is a transhumanist experience or type of interfacing, so to speak. So that's primarily what transhumanism is in a nutshell. Now, transhumanism, we see it now being played out in the major areas of human experience. You're going to see transhumanism. You're going to see technology involved. We know this is not only an age of transformation, so to speak, and spirituality and
Hmm.
things of that nature, ascension, but it is also an age of so-called advanced technology.
Yes.
I'm referring to external technology right now. But we know when we deal with spirituality, when we deal with transformation, when we deal with ascension, we're dealing with what I call spiritual technology. Spiritual technology is the greatest technology that exists on the planet. So when I say spiritual technology, that can be the human
Hmm.
and how they interface and interact with their spirit. We can also talk about it from a cosmic perspective. We can always also talk about it from a perspective of nature. That is spiritual technology. Now, when we refer to technology in general, that external technology, quote unquote, advanced technology, we are referring to the technology that is attempting to mimic those archetypal primordial aspects of spiritual technology, so to speak. So when we look at technology, we see this interfacing of or attempt to mimic, emulate, or simulate the human to some degree or another, whether that is the human's neurological self. There is no computer without human neurology.
Hmm.
There is no computer without human biology. Okay? There is no computer computation without the one of the original algorithms, which is the way the human operates. There's no such thing as binary codes if you don't deal with how the human operates, okay? We can also look at the cosmos and we understand that the cosmos is archetypal, okay? It's primordial. When we look at that, we know that when we deal with virtual reality and things of that nature, it is mimicking attempting to mimic the cosmos as well as attempting to mimic the imagination, all right? So these are the differences between when we say spiritual technology versus the external technology. And we see a merging of the two, which now creates this notion of transhumanism. Of course, there's an agenda, several agendas. Um, it depends on who you speak with, whether it's biotechnologists, neurotechnologists, um, whether it's the CIA, DARPA, or whatever other aspects of the government. It depends on who you're speaking with. And let me say this first and foremost: in dealing with technology, I always go on record so people understand I'm not anti-technology. I'm
Hmm.
not against anything. You understand what I mean? What
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
am is I'm pro what I'm for. Now, when it comes to technology, there are some aspects that are beneficial to humanity. And of course, there are aspects that are not beneficial to humanity. So what we begin to now get into, we get into the ethical and moral aspect of transhumanism or technology and things of that nature. So now the question becomes, who controls the technology, so to speak? What is their psychological template or imprint, so to speak? Because one thing we understand is whatever a person's psyche is, that is what's going to be translated into whatever technology is being created or recreated or made, or however we want to look at that. That taps into the ethical moral issue. So I'm very clear that there's an agenda. Once a person really researches what transhumanism is, and we see the expansiveness of it and how it is affecting society and how it is so many different aspects to it. For example, we can deal with simply the military aspect of it in regards to transhumanism type of technology and things of that nature, which is going to deal with the military wings and aspects of the government. We see how it's already being used as far as drones being used in other countries. We see what's happening. We see how innocent people are being killed because of the use of these drones. We also know that there's not only above water drones, there's underwater drones. You understand what I'm saying? So we're very clear in regards to the technology and the uses of the technology. We're also very clear of the super soldier technology that exists, okay, which is definitely an aspect or a form of transhumanism. And they're showing it in many of these movies, RoboCop, movies of that nature where they're showing you super soldiers, Surrogate, Avatar, especially Avatar. They're showing you this interfacing with humans and military machinery that's used as weaponry. We can also deal with, if we deal with animals and we deal with nature, insects, we're seeing that interfacing taking place as well. We're very clear that much of what we see as military warfare and military planning is mimicked from insects. So if we're familiar with the insect world and the animal kingdom, then we understand what's happening as far as the technology, transhumanism, and how this relates to insects. So now we're talking about these different types of robo insects, so to speak, that are being used for whatever purposes that they're being used in nature. And this is already happening. I'm not talking about anything that's not already here. We're not talking about the singularity. So I'm talking about what's already here. This is already here. This is not conjecture. Also, I want people to know what they talk about in movies. They're already 50 years ahead of that, whatever they show us.